Today, you're going to learn how to customize your very own water bottle. I'll share tips, ideas, and lessons learned along the way. Let's start. So the supplies you'll need to paint in this water bottle are, firstly, we're going to need our metal water bottle. Now I had a Hydro Flask on hand already, but that being said, you don't need to paint specifically on a Hydro Flask. You can paint on any metal water bottle you have. So even if you pick one up from Walmart or the dollar store, that would work perfectly fine for this project as well. And then next, you're going to need some rubbing alcohol and some cotton balls, some masking tape, and then to paint on our water bottle, all you'll need are some basic acrylic paints. And here again, any brand will do. I'm using the Golden brand, but any type of acrylic paint would work perfectly here. And then in terms of paintbrushes, I'm using, because the water bottle is a smaller surface, so I'm using more detailed and smaller round brushes for this project. And then if you're choosing to transfer over a stencil over to your water bottle, then you'll need your stencil and some carbon paper at the back. And then finally, you're going to need some sealer to seal on your design on your water bottle. And for this project, I'm going to be sealing it with some Mod Podge. Before we get to painting our water bottle, let's go over some safety information before we start, just to keep things extra safe. So regardless of the paint brand that you choose, you want to keep an eye out for a specific label to see if it's safe to use or not. And that label is this ASTM D4236 label. And what that means is it's a US safety standard and it requires art materials to have clear labels that identify potential chronic hazards. So not all paints do have this standard on it, so you definitely do want to make sure it has it on the label before you use it for this project. Now, that alone is not enough to tell you if it's non-toxic or contains hazardous material. It just means that it's been tested. The next step you want to do is read the label. It has that ASTM D4236 label, but when I read it, it does say this product contains a chemical known in the state of California to cause cancer. So for me, I'm definitely not going to be using this on my water bottle, so that helps me choose the proper paint for this project. So some of the paints by Golden and even other brands too that you want to stay away from would have the name cadmium, cobalt, chromium, lead, manganese in them. And this also goes for your sealer. So for this Mod Podge, it does have that standard on it. I read through the label, so this is good to go. But if you choose not to use the same sealer as myself, then you do want to make sure any sealer you use adheres to the same standard we just talked about. So another thing to keep in mind is when painting your water bottle, you want to start your painting about an inch down from the top mouth of your water bottle. And the reason for that is, I know sometimes people like to open up the top and then drink directly from their water bottle. And so you don't want your mouth touching where that paint is or your sealer is, because you don't want to ingest any part of that paint or sealer. And on that note as well, you definitely do not want to be painting inside the water bottle at all. You just want to paint on the outside of the water bottle. For the first step, we want to cover the top of our water bottle with some masking tape, because we want to make sure that we don't want any paint on the top part of that water bottle. We don't want our mouth touching any of that paint. And I'm going to actually masking tape the entire lid as well, along with my water bottle. Masking tape is nice and on. What we're going to do is we're going to clean our water bottle with some rubbing alcohol. And that is to make sure all that grease from our fingers are off the surface of the water bottle, because acrylic paints and grease do not mix. All right, once the water bottle is nice and dried from the rubbing alcohol, we're going to take our stencil and we're going to transfer it onto the water bottle. Now this step is optional. You can definitely freehand whatever design you want to paint on. But if you do want to do this particular design, I'm going to leave a link for a free stencil of this design in the description below. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape it to my water bottle. That way it doesn't move on me while I'm transferring it. Another thing I want to quickly mention is that if you want to create your own stencil, you can definitely do that on a program called Canva. And the way I went about doing this is first I wanted to measure the bottle, because every water bottle is going to have different dimensions. So what I did was I took the measurement from the top of the bottle to the bottom, which is about 7 inches. And then I took a measuring tape that's kind of bendy like that. And then I kind of measured about half the circumference of the water bottle, which is about 4 inches. And that gave me my stencil width and length. Once your stencil is transferred over, you're going to lift it up, and then you have a really clear and easy stencil that makes it so much more easier and less stressful and actually more satisfying to paint in. So with that, I'm going to start painting in my design. I do want to mention a little trick here. So with the tiger lilies, they're orange, and I can definitely go ahead and start with my orange paint, but I know offhand that orange, yellow, and a lot of the paints don't go on as opaque on the first layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint in the entire design with some white paint, titanium white, which is very opaque. And then once that layer of white is on and dried, then I can apply that color, and it's really going to pop on top of that white. And in terms of paint, what you want to do is you want to apply the thinnest layer of paint possible. So the key here is multiple thin layers of paint with drying time in between each layer, opposed to thick gloopy layers. This design was inspired by a friend of mine, Sue. So I asked her in one of our chats what her favorite flowers were, and she responded with tiger lilies, which I had no idea that lilies came in the tiger format, so that was something I learned new that day, and also jasmine flowers. And a hummingbird, because she has fond memories with her and her grandma. So my paint is nice and dry, so I'm gonna open up my Mod Podge, and I'm gonna get a clean brush. So you don't want a brush that has water on it. You want a dry brush, and you wanna make sure that there's no pigment on your paintbrush as well, because then your Mod Podge or your sealer is not gonna go on clear. So in terms of brushes, I like to use a brush that's really nice and soft and pliable versus a stiff one. So this one's a little stiff, and it's just going to be a little bit extra. It's not going to be gentle enough, and it might make the paint underneath smudge. So I like to use really soft and pliable bristles. I'm going to dip it in my Mod Podge, and we're going to give it our first coat. So this first coat, it looks a little milky, but it's actually going to dry on completely clear. And as I was mentioning before, you want to make sure that you apply really gentle downward strokes and not be too rough with it, because we don't want to disturb the paint below. If you're noticing too, I'm working in one direction. So I'm going from the top to the bottom in these strokes. So you're just going to work your way around the bottle. Right, so now let's talk about some care and washing tips for your water bottles so they last a very long time. The first tip is not to put it in the dishwasher. So this sealer, this Mod Podge one, and maybe other ones too, they say that you can put it on the top rack of your dishwasher, but I definitely wouldn't. What I would do instead is use warm soapy water in your sink and a really soft sponge, and go over the water bottle design really, really lightly, because you don't want to scrub too hard either. And that's the second tip. So you do not want to scrub too hard on the surface of your water bottle, because it can definitely scratch off the sealer still. So another tip is you might need to reseal your water bottle over time. So the sealer I used, I painted this water bottle, mind you, about 5-6 years ago. it's still scratched off in certain places and peeled, if you can see that on the camera. So I'm gonna reseal this one. The other tip too is sometimes your sealer needs a few days for the sealer to cure before it should be washed and even used. So this one in particular, it says it needs to cure for 28 days. So I feel like when I made this, I didn't quite listen to that guideline, and I started using it in the first few days, which is why I think my sealer it started peeling off over time. Learned my lesson, and I'm gonna wait for it to cure, and hopefully that fixes that sealer peeling problem. All right, so my water bottle is nice and sealed, and I ended up putting 3 coats of my sealer on top of my bottle, and I let it dry overnight. And I also ended up putting 2 extra coats on this water bottle too, and it fixed up those patches where it was peeling off just perfectly. Okay, so I took off the masking tape, and I just want to share something that happened so this doesn't happen to you. So I let the sealer dry and then took off the masking tape, and what happened when I was peeling it off, my sealer started peeling too. I don't know if you can see that. So what you can do to avoid that is take off your masking tape after the first round of sealer is applied and before it's dried. That way it won't peel off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something helpful for your painting journey. And as always, wishing you lots of peace, love, and color your way.